Hello again from Chiang Mai, Thailand. I'm Leslie and this is Jason, and we are early retirees that are just traveling the world as much as possible. We just finished our second week here in Chiang Mai, and we're just going to talk about what we've been doing. We use this channel as a personal video diary of our travels. Alright, so we're just going to run through. I made a list of some things we've been doing, sort of in order, but...
Starting with moped wreck.
Moped wreck.
It wasn't us.
I'm not getting on a moped.
We knew not to get on a moped. You see
did.
lots of injured people. I think we talked about that last time.
I don't know if we did or not.
There's lots of injured people walking around. Crutches.
Arm
Bandages.
Bandages. But we were just walking down the street, and it was a local person. Just took a turn. It didn't seem fast.
Slick street.
Yeah.
Great dust.
We hear the noise. He's sliding as I look over. Another local person pulled over, and the guy's like holding onto his arm. The guy had to pick his moped up. So the other guy picked up his moped and like drove it or wheeled it over to the side because he tried to pick up his bike and he couldn't.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure it was painful.
yeah.
And everybody watched. Everybody was like, ooh.
Yeah, but I felt like the local people were like,
I'm sure it happens all the time.
yeah. So that, I don't want to say that was exciting.
It was exciting.
It was just shocking, I guess, for me. But even though I know it happens a lot. But he had full long sleeve shirt and pants, so at least he was a little protected.
And a helmet. A lot of people don't have helmets.
Yeah, a lot of people do not wear helmets. Then we went to a couple cemeteries, and I'll let you say where they were or what they were. Foreign born or something.
International Cemetery. I don't know, something like that. 1898. I don't know why it's called that. It must have been the first grave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting. That was mainly just people from other countries.
A lot of them were missionaries, it seemed like, based on what was on their headstone. Did we go to a second cemetery?
I think I thought there were two there. Oh yeah, we did. Now before we went to that one, we went to the other one that wasn't that exciting. It was just
so like a local cemetery. Yeah. It was better than the first one in that it wasn't like divoted. And there were some headstones, but it wasn't. It
was just in a field.
Yeah. And those cemeteries were across the Ping River. So we had to take this walking bridge. So to get to this walking bridge, we're kind of walking down alleyways. We get to this point that looks like we're gonna go into someone's driveway or something. And there was a tiny little old lady who's in like a turtleneck sweater. And she says, hello. And we said hello. And in hindsight, she was trying to help us. But we didn't know it. And we were kind of confused. And another older little lady comes out and she says, where are you going? Or where you go? Or something like that. And we said, the bridge. And she's like, come on. So we followed her and she pointed the way. And we went, but then we had to make a turn. We didn't know if we had to make a turn. And there's some guy like out on his porch and he's pointing and she's pointing.
Nice people.
Very nice. And then we had to cross that scary bridge.
Scary metal bridge.
Yeah, it's safer than I thought, but it was like metal plates that
aren't
buckled
flush.
And it made lots of noise.
It's very loud.
Yeah.
Pow, pow.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the other side, because I knew it had to come back, I did see that it was cement, and for whatever reason they have these metal plates that, so I wasn't going to fall through. That was my initial concern. So crisis averted.
Yeah.
It's about 85 every day.
Yeah.
Sunny. We don't even check the weather because we know what it's going to be.
Well, yeah.
Oh, it was cloudy one day, but not.
One lady said to me, but that's when we get the massage.
Oh.
She said, it's hot today.
Yeah.
And I said, isn't it hot every day? Well, I was more curious, but...
She was just making conversation.
Yes, she was just making conversation.
So the other thing we did is we went to Tom Yum Thai cooking school.
And we had some Tom Yum.
You did.
Yeah.
I'd hoped maybe that the cooking school would, it would sign up for a class, that there would be other people there. But I had a feeling there would not be other people there. And it was
And there
correct.
was nobody else?
Yeah. So we went on it, I think it was Sunday night, so kind of an odd night maybe. And the guy picked us up at our hotel, and the cooking school is actually like, what, an 8-minute walk from our hotel.
Well, it's not, it's his house.
His house,
Yeah.
where he teaches cooking school.
Yeah.
But he picked us up and took us to this little market that we hadn't discovered yet, very local. So we did all of our shopping.
Told us what some of the fruits and vegetables were.
So, and he's like, take a picture of anything you don't know what it is. So after that, we went to his house, and it's set up actually, he said it used to be a business of some sort. We walked in to, I guess, what would have been a living room. They did have a couch in there, and he has a table big enough for 10 people, because that's the largest class. And we sit there, and then you go down a couple stairs into like a prep room, which could have been also a living room, with a big butcher block thing that we could do all the prep on, and he would be able to fit 10 people there. And then all the cooking stations were
outside,
like in a covered parking space. But his wife was there, and it was like being on the British baking show. So you cooked and you went and ate, and you came back and everything was cleaned up. It was like magic. She was so sweet, and she would go clean everything. I don't know how she does it when there's 10 people.
Yeah. I don't know.
It would be a volume of dishes, but we each made a soup of our choice. We each made a noodle dish of our choice. We each made a curry, made the curry powder and made the curry. And we made spring rolls and mango sticky rice. So
it was a lot of food.
It was a lot of food, because everything was...
And you felt like you had to eat it, because...
We're the only ones there.
Yeah.
And I didn't say vegetarian on mine, which I should have.
Yeah.
So I had chicken, and I didn't want it. I ate a little bit of it, but I would toss it in Jason's bowl.
Which is chicken's good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's fine, but I'm just weird with meat.
Chicken phobic.
Yeah. So it was good. We didn't get to mingle with anybody, but
no.
Sometimes we don't
well,
like
at least
mingling
he
anyway.
didn't, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't, like, while we ate, he went with his wife and did prep stuff, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like super awkward.
And they have cameras that they can watch on.
See when you're done eating. But,
So they were watching, but not in the same room.
yeah. The other fun thing, well, I liked it. Jason's 50%.
What was it?
Our Thai massage. So you can go anywhere and get a massage. And we found a place up the street, and we did a foot, back, and shoulder massage, 1 hour. So
Turns out to be like lower leg / foot.
yeah, it was like
Entire lower
calf
leg.
and everything. So they did that for longer than I would have liked, the lower, but that's the easier.
Yeah, because it's more
Work.
comfortable for them sitting. And
So he had, it was kind of weird. There was no one kind of really working there, and then all of a sudden people show up. So they must be like on call, because later we saw 2 more people come in and 2 workers come immediately after on like their mopeds.
And our people left
Right away. Yeah. So they did the foot thing, and then you move to I'm gonna call it a bed. It's not a bed, but it's not a massage table.
It's like a hard bamboo bed.
Yeah, with a blanket on it. And that's when they do the massage. So, we had our regular clothing on. We didn't have to change or anything into the little, you get the whole body. I think you put like that little suit on. But they rub, and because Jason had a guy, he had powerful hands apparently. And then my lady, who was so tiny, I knew what a Thai massage was, but when she's like kneeling on the back of my legs. I was kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot that she might be crawling on top of me.
That's what they do. They crawl on top of you.
He was like kind of kneeling over you. Like, I'm standing.
But it did crawl up on my legs.
Yeah.
Trying to bend me in ways I don't bend.
Yeah, and your shoulders don't really work, so you didn't get as much.
That was okay. It just was pretty painful.
But like I had one where she had me scoot down to the bottom, put my hands back, and she has her feet pushing into my back, pulling my arms, and it felt really good.
Yeah, my guy knew I couldn't do that.
So you didn't get it.
He stretched my arms.
But you were in a lot of pain.
Yeah, it hurt. But I haven't had anything like that done.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was a young guy with powerful hands.
Massaging.
Yeah. And it, true.
I'd like to go back. You said you would go back.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, we went out walking right after too, which probably wasn't the best idea because my calf was throbbing and.
Well, you thought you were a little bit dehydrated, possibly also.
Yeah. As you walk around here dehydrated.
Yeah. So, for 2 1-hour massages, plus we each gave a tip to our massage person, the total was $33, which,
comparable to
as an American, is insane. And I had envisioned when we came here we'd be doing this like multiple times a week. I think I built that into the budget, but we're just not there at the comfort level. But maybe we'll go back this week.
Should.
Yeah. We got to go to the bank. That was exciting.
Took out money from the ATM.
Our new Charles Schwab card worked. But then we got all these $1,000 bots, which is like $30. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but here...
It's a lot.
Yeah. We haven't even had a single dinner that costs $30 yet. So I was like, well, I hope the bank will change it. So we have to go find the bank. And the ATM was like attached to the bank, but the bank was sort of like in the back.
You had to go through a cafe first.
Yeah, we went through a cafe. And then there was
the
a security guard at the door who did like a little heel click thing.
Yeah, he had heel clickers on.
Did he like salute?
Yeah, he saluted and he heel clicked
he held
as
the
he
door
opened the door.
And then someone greeted us like at the door kind of, and I just said, I got this money out, can I get smaller bills? And she took us right over. The bank was giant, very modern looking.
It just all the businesses are like a ratio of 30 people working to one customer.
The one non-US thing, which happened at the mall too, but she needed more $500 or something like that. So she left the money I was exchanging just laying on the desk and walks away. And I'm sure in US banking that would be like, you never do that. But also like we were in the mall and a store with all of its stuff in it just had a little chain up across the front and it said like, be right back or be back in 15 minutes, something like that. So they didn't close the store. You could, in theory, go in there and take things, but I guess it's such a...
Well, it's sort of the same with all the night markets. You can just walk by and take something. It's just, I don't think people do that.
It just doesn't do, it doesn't happen. The other fun thing we did...
I learned it.
We have mixed feelings. So there's a group on Facebook, like a forum, and it's a forum of people that travel and kind of the way we do. A lot of them have sold their homes, so they're more full-time travelers, but they had a meetup and they'll do them all over the world. So right now Chiang Mai is kind of a hot spot because of the weather and the everything. It seems to be.
It is hot. A
lot of people are in Southeast Asia in January through March. So they had a meetup at a restaurant and we went and it was fine.
Yeah,
I think it could have been better. The place had a buffet, which we didn't eat. We got there 5 minutes late and we were one of the younger couples, probably. Ish.
Yeah. Except for the people that we talked to. Okay.
But everyone was there on time. So I thought, oh, we'll get there like 5 minutes late.
You know it's old people.
Yeah.
Because they're on time.
I didn't want to get there early because then it might be awkward. But then we actually got there 5 minutes late, and it was awkward in the sense that the table they had was full. And we couldn't sit there.
So we were going to be on a table by ourselves.
We were like, oh, that's okay.
One other lady. Yeah.
But then the lady pulled a couple other people and made a secondary table and put some people there. And they happened to be a Canadian couple who also own their home, but they Airbnb it like 7 months of the year, and travel. And they were very lovely.
They made us apologize.
What are you talking about?
I said they made us apologize for being U.S.
Oh. Yeah.
They made a joke, but that was because the other guy, the other U.S. citizen. Yeah.
But the problem with that format, I think, was that it was almost like a dinner party. And there were people further down the table, but you couldn't really like mingle with them.
Nah, you were stuck talking to the two people.
Yeah, we got two good people, so that was great. There is one Tuesday, another one at a coffee shop, which to me would be more like a cocktail party thing. We did do a walk by. Another meetup was happening the other day at a coffee shop. So we were like, well, we'll just go scope it out. Well, we were 15 minutes late because we weren't sure we were going, but we were in the area. So we walked into the courtyard, and it would have been a great size group because the first meetup ended up having 29 people, but this group ended up being like 14. But they were all kind of settled in outside, and it would be really awkward to walk up and be like, hey, we're awkward enough in these situations.
So it was okay.
It was okay.
And there was a nice couple from around where we went.
Yeah, Banff,
Jasper.
So that was okay. I've said I wanted to do it at least once. It seems like a lot of people are kind of moving to Cambodia. A few people I've heard of, so there might be another one. I don't know if we'll go.
We'll see.
You want to talk about our hike to Wat Pha Lot?
Never had expectations. It was good. I mean, had I not had expectations of something different, I thought it would be like a mini Angkor Wat, however you say that.
Yeah.
Because I watched a YouTube video, and the guy was like, first time I came to Chiang Mai, I was like, wow. When I walked in there, this is like a mini Angkor Wat. And it was, like a temple in the woods. And so, and he also said the trail was easy, and just bring your tennis shoes. And so I had some expectations. Never have expectations.
I had different expectations.
I didn't really know. I should have just read more. But it was fine in the end had I not had expectations of more. And so you get there, and we got out of the car in a cheaper place instead of going to the trailhead because
that would have been.
It was a little bit cheaper to take the grab there. I mean, probably $1. And
$2 or $3.
And you ended up having to walk up this big hill on the road to get to where you paid to get to the trail. And then you had to pay to go in, which was $3 a person, which isn't bad.
Minimal.
But they failed to tell us that the place was closed at the top after you walk about 45 minutes up a pretty steep incline that's all rocky and
dusty.
Yeah, I wouldn't call it an easy hike. I wouldn't call it hard.
It was like hiking in Virginia.
It's still not as bad as going up
some
mountain
trails.
Yeah, but I thought it would be a little better. And we got to the top and it was closed except for one little side of it. So it just kind of so then you had all these people walking up there, and of course they're not telling anybody that it's closed. So I'm just picturing everybody getting a little frustrated.
Yeah.
Besides myself. And then, so you get there and you're thinking, well, there's got to be more. So you start following people who are probably also thinking there's got to be more.
Or they're going to the next one.
And then it gets a lot worse to where you're walking up a very steep incline.
Like hands and feet.
Your hands on the ground pulling, but it's all like dried mud or
Flaky,
dusty dirt and rocks and
slippery.
So then that brings you out on the road that you can take to get up to the top.
To the next one that was like another 2-hour hike.
And then there would have been another hike up another trail that's apparently even steeper.
Yeah.
So we turned around. But then we had to get back down, which would be a problem. So
we met a guardian angel.
A guy, Frank, who's
Frank
a guy
from
who lives
Bangkok.
Here. But he lives in Chiang Mai.
He lives in Chiang Mai, but he's from Bangkok.
But he showed us an easier route that still really wasn't that easy, and he helped
both of us.
Some of the old people. Yeah, I didn't really need that much help, but it was nice for him to show us a little bit easier way. I mean, it was still a challenge.
Well, my disappointment was I had not really read about the temple, but I had read it was a fairly flat walk.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, once we walk up the paved road.
I'm not sure where these people were from that described it.
Switzerland?
Yeah.
So I thought once we got off the road, the rest of the trail would be a gentle incline. I didn't expect it to be flat, but it was, steps up the hill type thing.
Yeah. And there were a lot of people in flip-flops and sandals and even on the upper part.
Yeah,
which
is,
I mean,
they were young.
You're young, you can do it.
And then you get to the temple grounds, and we follow the rules, so you need to have your shoulders covered and no shorts. So I have shorts and a tank top on, and this was at like maybe 9:30 in the morning. It was still early. And I was a drenched ball of sweat by the time we got to the entrance. So I had to put my clothes on. So I put pants and a short sleeve shirt, which my pants ended up with ants all over them. So that just magnified the heat of me.
It was hot.
Like, he took a picture and we deleted it. I think you deleted it.
She was soaked.
My hair looks like I just stepped out of the shower and didn't even touch it with a towel. So we're walking, and then I climbed up that hill.
That second.
Yeah, in those clothes. And I thought once we got to that part, that there would be some place that you could get transportation down if you didn't want to keep going.
No, it's like coming out on 33 going across the mountain.
Yeah, to Charlottesville.
Yeah, Charlottesville. You're just right in the middle of 3 lanes of traffic.
Yeah.
2 on the way up and one on the way down, and so cars and motorcycles and bikes and people just flying by, and you're
So then I'm like, do we walk on the road? But that would be dangerous. And I was like, I don't know if I can make it down that hill. Like, if I do it, I'm either gonna get injured, I'm gonna have to go on my butt the whole way, and I was really anxious. Jason probably would have killed me. And
no push.
Wonderful Frank overheard this conversation, and he said, "You're worried it's too steep." And I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to." And he said, "Oh, I'll show you an easier way." And sometimes you're a little skeptical of people that want to help you, but I was
might be some money involved.
Might be payment involved. But I was willing to take the help, and we had to climb a guardrail and go down, which we had seen people go that way and turn around to go back up. It wasn't marked. Anyway, it was easier, but there were times he's got his arm out so I could get down, or both of them have their arms out for me. And then by then I'd taken my clothes off at the top because I thought I was going to die. And
standing there nude.
It was so hot.
Sweat pouring off of you.
So when we got back to where we entered the temple, I was like, I got to put my clothes, not the temple grounds. I've got to put my clothes back on. And Frank, who is here on an early retirement and hikes this trail like every day, he's named after Frank Sinatra. He just kept going, kind of like he knew we were in a safe place that he could move on, and he just
He knew we weren't giving him
disappeared.
any money.
Like
so
he wasn't looking for any
Just
money.
kidding.
So he was really nice, and I really don't know what I would have done.
Anyway, you
without
didn't
him.
have to put on your clothes because I said you don't have to worry about it because there were lots of people not following the rules.
I put on my t-shirt, but I did wear shorts to walk back.
And I mean, it made sense as it turned out because most of the thing was closed anyway.
Yeah.
So
the main temple, like this dragon staircase, I don't even know whatever. The bathrooms weren't open.
we saw the pictures on Google.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked nice, but it just kind of frustrating that they weren't telling anybody at the bottom. And on the way down, we passed. I mean, it was constant flow of traffic.
Because by then it's like 10:30, 11.
And it's like, it's the closest trail to get out of the city. So it's like hiking the
Shenandoah
Shenandoah National Park on a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. So we decided to go to a coffee shop nearby to regroup. I needed to fix my sweaty self.
So we went to base camp coffee.
Yeah, we had a smoothie. And we just looked, and there's a traditional house museum nearby that we wanted to go to, and it was a 20-minute walk away. So we walked over there. That place was lovely.
Yeah, very nice. Old houses from
like
around the
more
country.
than 100 years old.
Yeah, that they moved to this like place that used to actually be something. It used to be like a farm type. I don't know. It had like the colonial style house with.
That guy owned it.
Yeah, some British dude, and so I guess they used that land.
Yeah, it's part of the Chiang Mai University, and
for architecture stuff, I guess.
So they're elevated wooden houses that you could actually go in, which is in the U.S. that would be unheard of. You had to take your shoes off, but you could climb up these, in some cases, kind of
very rickety stairs.
They weren't rickety, but they were small and
very tiny.
Tiny, yeah.
Places that you would never be allowed to go.
Yeah, and look around.
Floor.
Like bamboo floor.
Well, floorboards were popping up in
nails,
some areas.
Yeah. But there were about maybe 12 people. In the whole place, and we probably stayed there a couple hours. It revived the day.
But it was graduation day also at Chiang Mai University.
Yes.
So there were people everywhere for that. So you came off that trail, and then you got like just into throngs of people.
All kinds of kids in their cap and gown riding their mopeds down the street, which was kind of funny.
On their cell phone.
Yeah. But that was really nice.
Yeah. And it's right by the airport, so you got to see the planes the entire time, which was loud, but fun to watch.
Interesting, yeah. And then a couple days ago, we went to the mall. I brought a dress here. It doesn't fit quite the way I want it. I can't find a tailor maybe to fix it because the one guy said the material's stretchy and he doesn't have a machine to work on it. And he's like, go down here, find the lady with this machine. So I'm thinking like,
some lady who sits outside.
Yeah. So we haven't found that lady yet.
But there's tailors everywhere.
Yeah. But they all make suits.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go to a bunch of them to see if anybody could alter it. Anyway, I was trying to find a dress. The clothes on the street are fine, but none of them cover shoulders and knees, which I'm trying to find for temples. So we went to the mall. But the mall really didn't have
like
clothing
3
stores. It had a department store.
Big department store.
Called Central. It had an H&M, Uniqlo, and a Mango. And then some clothing that was sort of in
like
the walking area of the mall that was like, market stalls kind of. Everything else was like workout clothes.
Yeah,
athletic stuff.
Name brand.
One whole floor.
Tons of shoes.
Yeah. One whole floor was like phones, laptops, cameras. We saw a drone store. And that was like an entire floor.
Yeah.
Almost 2 whole floors were food. Almost 3 if you count the basement.
Yeah.
And then the top 2 floors. They're really like regular stores. There weren't that many. So I did try on a dress.
Yeah.
And the number of people in this department store working.
Yeah, 30 to 1.
So, it's kind of like a department store. So it has little sections of clothes, and then you go to the other little grouping. And where I tried on my dress, there were 3 women working.
Yeah, they each have like a little section that
a 20 by 20 little section of clothing. But surprisingly, it was too big. Seemed like a unisex something size. I don't know. Anyway, womp womp. No dress for me.
A lot of workers.
And then last night, somehow my cousin happens to be in Thailand on a tour, and she's in Chiang Mai. So we met her and her partner, boyfriend, for dinner. And that was lovely. Quick check in.
Mm-hmm.
We actually went to the restaurant kind of early, so we weren't rushed out. Got to visit. So that was good.
And John paid for our food.
Yeah, that was really nice. And then finally, we've been going to the night market, which is really like a 10-minute walk I don't even know how to describe it. The first official night market, it's like a 10-minute walk. So it's like off the street and in a whole back area. But starting 5 minutes up the street are stalls on the street. They start setting up at like noon. Today we're up there at like 3:30. And they're starting to put out their merchandise. They break these things down every night. They do this every day. All those ones on the street. I mean, they're metal frameworks.
Yeah, they have like soldering equipment sometimes.
Yeah, and they're
things to cut.
10 feet tall and hanging, layers of shirts and.
Just not sure why you have to take them down to just reset them back up a few hours later.
It's gotta be
monotonous.
And so hard and people are selling the same thing over and over, so I don't know how much money they're making. Anyway, it seems like a hard life. In the main market, there are permanent stalls, so when it's open or closed, they're just like blankets over it with clips on them, so all the stuff is still there. They don't have to take it in and out. But if you're on the street, you have to bring that stuff in and out every single day.
Yeah. But we've been going there to eat.
We've been going there to eat. Pad Thai Pat.
It's very cheap.
Yeah, so our first night we went, we had a Pad Thai that we shared, vegetable Pad Thai, and dumplings.
Mm-hmm.
And that was $5.95 and a bottle of water. We went the other night and it was like $8, but we both got a meal and dumplings and water.
It's good too. Good turnover.
Yeah, the stall we go to.
Food.
Yeah, it's like made to order.
They make it right there.
Yeah. So we've kind of been doing that a few nights. But the food here, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's very good food.
Yeah.
Good.
We have had pizza again, but that was just kind of the way the day went.
You feel like you need something else.
But
that was the day we went on that hike.
Yeah. But I could eat Thai food. I mean, I do eat it every day, but I'm not sick of it. There's so many things to try. It's so inexpensive. So if you think if I get it and I hate it, I'll just order something else because it's $4.
Yep.
But it's so good.
Yeah, spicy.
Spicy, yeah. We don't ask for any extra spice, and a lot of times you don't even need to add anything to it.
I will if it's there, but I'm usually sweating just at the base level.
And this is not like where they say how spicy do you want it. It's like the baseline of the dish. So if you didn't like spicy food,
it might not be right for you.
It might not be a good
You get cow soy.
Cow soy, yeah. But overall, we got 1 week to go.
And mango rice.
Oh, mango sticky rice.
And ice cream.
Oh, today we had it with ice cream. That's so good.
That is good. So, 1 week to go.
1 week to go. We don't really have major plans.
Nope.
We're getting our goal is 15,000 steps. We've been doing that minimum every day.
Yeah.
So, walking. We've tried to get out for a walk by 9:30 at the latest.
It's pretty hot.
So we go out and do like at least 10,000 steps in the morning.
And then try to get some later.
And then when we go out to eat later in the afternoon, because one day we were out from 12 to 3.
Yeah.
And it was just too hot. The other thing I can't find is anything for curly hair. There's no gel, there's no mousse. We found like men's gel, but I would need like curly hair stuff. I can't find it. We've looked about 4 different places.
No dress, no curly hair.
No, so terrible hair.
And no dress.
And no dress. But a week to go. It's fun.
Yep.
Exciting. I feel completely comfortable now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay.
It got really dark as we've been sitting
Yep.
here. So,
Anyway.
thanks for listening.
Bye.